Hi, I'm Becky Stella, creator of the Airbella Birthing System. I'm going to teach you how to take your birthing hammock and turn it into two baby wraps that you can use. I love this fabric because it is very stretchy in one direction, but not so much in the other, so it keeps the baby snug. And I also really love it because it dries very, very quickly. So you're not sitting there with a wet baby wrap, and also it's harder for bacteria to grow because it dries quick. So the first thing you'll need to do is wash your fabric. Put it in your machine on cold with a little bit of unscented detergent, and then if you have a high spin cycle, do that at the end so that you get as much water out as possible. And you can put it in the dryer. I do recommend that, but on low. Do not use high heat on the dryer. Even medium heat is a little too much because it destroys the nylon and this will just wear out really fast. So to prolong the lifespan and the strength of your fabric, please put it on low heat or no heat. Once you have it out, you can cut it in half. So not the short way, but lengthwise, so we preserve the full length of the fabric. To do that, you'll want to identify which edge is the short edge. So just start pulling on your fabric. Start working around the edge until you find the very stretchy side. You'll take it and you'll fold it in half lengthwise, so you still have the full length here. And then at the folded edge, you can lay it down in a bed or the ground, and you can cut along the folded edge until you get to the center where there will be a tag. You can do that on the opposite side again too. So cutting from the ends into the middle to that tag. And then when you get to the tag, you can either cut it so that there's one tag on each baby wrap, or you can just cut the tags off entirely or put them both on one side. It doesn't really matter. The tags are nice to be able to identify the middle visually. But because of the way that we are wrapping this, you may not need a tag at all to identify the middle. You can just grab the fabric, put your hand up, and allow one side to drop to the floor. Slide your other hand along until you can create a big M and it's even. So right now the ends of the fabric are touching the ground and there's a loop in the middle. M for mom, of course. So I'm going to take my left hand, punch it under the right hand, punch it under the left, and then open up. And I have the fabric draped at my wrists. From the side, left under right, right under left, open it up. Take this, put it over your head like a lei. Bring your elbows through and let the fabric fall. And you'll see that I already have a cross at my back. And then whichever side I want the baby's bum to be on, I'll take that and place that underneath, making a cross at the front. From here, I can spread this out over my shoulders, take this around the back, and then loosely tie it at one hip. You can also tie it in the front, but I like it off to the side of the hip. So you'll take your baby and place him or her over your shoulder, facing in towards you, and then slide down into the pocket. Now, you can actually take a layer and put a layer between you and the baby. And then you can take the second one and kind of wrap over. Make sure to turn your baby's head in towards you so that he or she is comfortable and not squished. And then we'll take the bottom layer and wrap it up over baby's bottom and maybe part of their torso. And then you can take this and cinch it up however you need to get rid of any slack. To tie your knot, make sure that you are tying a square knot. So whatever fabric is on the top, you'll take that and cross it over the bottom and then bring it through the hole. Cinch it up tight. So it should look nice and pretty like this. This would be taking the bottom one over the top would be wrong. And you'll see that it makes sort of a twist if you do it the other way. It's not that this is the end of the world, but it's just not as safe and it can kind of slip out. So if you're not sure if you did it right, you can always do an extra knot to be safe as well. So one more time, this one comes out the top, so it's going to go over the bottom one and through the hole. Because this is pretty lightweight, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing much of anything, and you can slide it around into place if you like. So I recommend that you go and watch other baby wrapping videos to get all of the little tricks. But basically, the punch method is going to save you about a minute of getting this thing on, and every minute counts. Okay, so that's your 30-second baby wrap. Get the twists out of the fabric, Hold one end so that it touches the ground and your hand is in the air. Slide the hand down, bring it up into an M, make that middle loop a little longer so that the other end is even with the ground. Punch under, separate. Put it over the head, elbows come through. Slide this down a little bit. Put whatever side you want the bum on underneath. And then you can open up the shoulders. Take it around the back and make your first loop here. Open this up and this up. Baby, slide them in, that little pocket space that you'll see. And then this one can go over the top, and then your bottom one can also go over the top. Tighten up anything that feels loose, and take the top panel around, bring it through, create your square knot. Make any additional knots if you want, or just put it to the side. And this should keep your baby safe and cool and dry and happy. And that means you are all those things too.